Bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-da-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum.
Welcome to Everyday Musicality, the podcast in which we discuss all things related to Gordon's music learning theory and how it can help unlock the inner musician that lives inside of all of us. I'm your host, Heather Shouldice, music educator and faculty member for the Gordon Institute for Music Learning. In this episode, we harmonize and improvise in Mixolydian tonality. Hello and welcome to the Everyday Musicality podcast. Happy New Year! I'm finally back. With the start of the new semester a few weeks ago and preparation for our state music education conference here in Michigan, I forget what a whirlwind January can be. And I've come to realize that something I need to embrace in the new year is the idea that something is better than nothing. I've been missing for the past few months, mostly because I have grand plans for what I want this podcast to be like, the episodes that I want to do in the future, like the mini-series on the partial synthesis level of the skill learning sequence that I keep mentioning. And so I get these big ideas in my head of what I want to do, and then life gets hectic and I think, I just don't have the time to do it like I want to do it. I don't have time to script it and I don't have time to record it and I don't have time to edit it. And so I end up just doing nothing at all, which is sometimes what is needed. But I think also one thing that personally I tend toward is black and white, all or nothing thinking. And that goes for this podcast, that I figure, well, I can't do it scripted in the way that I want to, so I guess I'm just not going to do an episode at all. And then months go by and there's been nothing. So this year, in lots of aspects in my life, I am embracing the idea that something is better than nothing. I am going to do my absolute best to put out episodes every 2 weeks for the duration of this semester with the spirit of something is better than nothing. So today I'm going to try something new. I don't have an episode scripted. I'm tabling the partial synthesis stuff for another episode or two. And instead today I'm going to do something I've been wanting to do for a while. One thing that I love in the professional development levels courses hosted by the Gordon Institute for Music Learning is when we just sit in a big circle and we make music. We harmonize in different tonalities, we improvise in different tonalities, and that is when, for me, these different tonalities and meters just really sink into my audiation. That was when I remember Dr. Gordon sitting on the floor with us, and we would just do all these tonalities and meters, and then I would just lay in bed at night with these tonalities and meters rolling around in my head. And so what I'm going to do in this episode, in addition to the previous episodes I've done on the different tonalities that I'll link to in the show notes, I wanted to try something new where now that we've got the basics of each tonality out of the way, we really dig into a tonality and we do some more solfege, we harmonize the characteristic functions in that tonality, and we improvise over a harmonic progression in that tonality. So that's what I'm going to try to do today with you in Mixolydian. It might be short. Maybe it'll end up longer than I'm expecting. I don't know. But something is better than nothing. And we're going to do something. So here we go. Ba-da-da-dum bum 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 ba-da-da-dum yum-ba-da-dum bum bum. This is a tune that was composed by my friend Katie Bierman, who's a music teacher in Michigan. I hope you forgive me, Katie. I'm going to tweak your song just a little bit because we're going to be harmonizing and improvising in Mixolydian. I'm going to scale back the meter just a little so it's not in an uneven meter. So I'm going to sing it like this. Ba-da-da-dum bum ba-da-da-dum bum ba-da-da-dum bum ba-da-da-dum ba-da-da-dum bum ba-da-da-dum bum ba-da-da-dum bum ba-da-da-dum. I hope you forgive me, Katie. That's just a little variation on your song called Out in the Backyard. This time I'm going to sing the song again and add some chord roots. Here I go. Ba-da-da-dum bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum. Let's try that again, and this time let's see if you can start to audiate those chord roots. So I'll sing both parts, and you can listen and add those chord roots in when you're ready. Here I go. Ba-da-da-dum bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum. Re, mi, re, do, ti, la, fa, so. Be my echo, please. So, ti, re. Fa, la, do. Re, ti, so. Mi, do, so. La, fa. Re, so. Let's try those chord roots now with solfege. So they would go like this. Here I go. So, do, do, so, fa, fa. So, do, do, fa, so. So, do, do, so, fa, fa. So, do, do, fa, so. Let's try those roots together. Here we go. So, do, do, so, fa, fa, so, do, do, fa, so. So, do, do, so, fa, fa, so, do, do, fa, so. Now, you try singing those chord roots with solfege, and I'll add the song. Here we go. Ba-da-da-dum-bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum, so, ba-da-da-dum-bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum. Be my echo once more. Re, ti, so. La, fa. So, ti, so. So, do, mi. Do, fa, la. Ti, so. Re, mi, re, do, ti, la, fa, so. Our resting tone that we're audiating is so. Therefore, our tonality is Mixolydian. We're audiating in Mixolydian tonality. In Mixolydian, the tonic is a combination of so, ti, re. And we have a subtonic, a 7-chord that is a combination of fa, la, do. Let's try harmonizing those two chords. Let's try changing the tempo a little bit from the song we were just singing, and maybe we'll stay in triple. So let's see, how about so, so, fa, fa, so, so, fa, so. Try that. So, so, fa, fa, so, so, fa, so. Cool. This time we're going to arpeggiate on microbeats. We're just going to go up. We're going to arpeggiate like this. Ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum bum. Ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum bum. Now let's go back to the chord roots and let's add some rhythms, any rhythms that we want. Bum ba bum 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 ba 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 bum bum ba ba bum ba ba bum bum ba bum bum bum. You try it. Bum let's make our pitch a little more interesting. This time, let's add in a new part. It goes like this. Ti, ti, la, la. Ti, ti, la, ti. Try that. Ti, ti, la, la. Ti, ti, la, ti. Now, let's try both of those parts together. So you can either sing so and fa or ti and la. You choose your part and ready, here we go. So, so, fa, fa. So, so, fa, so. Try it again. So, so, fa, fa. So, so, fa, so. I think you're ready for the third part. The third part will go re, re, do, do, re, re, do, re. Try that. Re, re, do, do, re, re, do, re. Now let's try all three parts together. So again, you could try the first part that uses so and fa, or you could try the middle part that uses ti and la, or you could try the third part that uses re and do. Ready, pick the part you want to sing, here we go. So, so, fa, fa, so, so, fa, so, 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 fa, fa, so, so, fa, so. If you just want to try practicing that, you could back the podcast up a few seconds and try those harmony parts again. If you're ready to go on, let's try taking the solfege away. So now our parts will be bum and bum, or the middle part, bum and bum, or the high part, bum and bum. So you choose which of those three parts you're going to sing. We'll do the progression one time through just on macro beats again on bum. And then the next time through the progression, let's create rhythms on the part that we chose. Ready, and here we go. Bum, 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 bum. Now just you make up rhythms. Bum, 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 bum. If you want a little more time with that, feel free to back up the recording and keep harmonizing and creating your rhythms. Next, we'll move on, and we're going to do some different arpeggiations with that progression. So first, like before, we will arpeggiate up. Bottom, bum, 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 bum again. Bottom, bum, 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 bum. Now we'll do a similar thing, but we'll start on the fifth and arpeggiate down. Ready, here we go. Bottom, bum, 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 bum. Bottom, bum, 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 bum. Now let's do that 2 more times through, and this time you choose whether you'll arpeggiate up, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, or whether you'll arpeggiate down, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum. You choose your direction. Ready, here we go. Ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum bum. Ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum bum. Next, let's spice it up a little bit more. This time, you could do a different arpeggiation. So instead of ba-dum bum or ba-dum bum, maybe you want to start on the middle and you could do ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum bum. Or you could start in the middle and you could go ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum bum. So you choose your part and I'll keep doing all of them. Ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum again. Ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum bum. Now let's try that one more time, but if you're ready for a little something more, you could this time arpeggiate between just 2 of the chord pitches. So you might go ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, instead of using all 3. Or you could start to add in some different rhythms between your chord tones. So you might go something like ba-dum bum bum, ba-dum bum bum, ba-dum bum bum, ba-dum bum bum. Whatever you feel like doing. Let's try it. Get ready. Here we go. Ba-dum bum, 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 ba-dum bum. Now here comes the really fun part. We're just going to keep looping that progression for accompaniment, and we're going to add improvising over the top. So this time, just as a security blanket, I'm going to keep doing those arpeggiations, and your opportunity now is to get a chance to improvise melodically over the top. So you could just make up any song you want, or if you feel like you want a little more structure, maybe you could try an arpeggiation but adding some rhythms. So I'll go first, and then I'm just going to keep looping those arpeggiations so that you can play around with improvising over that progression. Let's try it. Get ready. Here we go. Ba-da-da-dum bum, ba-da-da-dum bum, ba-da-da-dum bum, ba-da-dum bum, ba-da-dum bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Now your turn to improvise. Ready, here you go. Ba-da-dum bum, ba-da-da-dum bum, ba-da-da-dum bum, ba-da-dum bum, ba-da-dum bum, ba-da-dum, 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 that was fun. Let's try one last thing. This time, instead of having all that messiness of me doing the arpeggiations, I'm just going to accompany you on the plain chord tones, just on macro beats, so you can really focus on your improvising over that Mixolydian progression. So how about we do it 4 times through, and ready, here we go. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Isn't that so much fun? Okay, that ended up being a lot more than I thought I would do, but I guess it doesn't turn out too bad when every now and then I just turn on the microphone and just start improvising, no pun intended. Never mind, that was really, really bad. Okay, yeah, so that was today's episode. I promise I'll be back in 2 weeks, even if it's super short. In the meantime, if you have questions, comments, or suggestions for future episodes, please get in touch. You can email me or send me a voice memo at everydaymusicality@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for listening, and let's keep musicking every day.